I'm really excited to be on this site today because we just passed our framing inspection. And you know what? That framing inspection was no easy inspection to pass. I mean, Matt had his hands full here to make us a structure that was nice and straight compared to the old house, and he did an amazing job. Eddie and his guys from Total Roofing were here and they did an amazing job. And that was no easy job either. I mean, we had a knife.
What are you guys filming?
We were filming the opening for me to come in to see you.
Oh, great. Yeah,
now,
scratch everything.
Scratch that down. Anyone can show up with a hammer and build something. It's really hard to build it properly. There's no reason to be left like this. Absolutely none. An experienced contractor never would have done it. Our goal is to add a new addition that looks like it's always been there.
He and his team were the right people for the job.
Excellent preparation makes for exceptional application, right?
That is really cool. This is not gonna make the TV show, I guarantee it. A lot of what happens with contracting happens behind the scenes. It's not always about swinging the hammer. Don't put that on camera.
I understand what you're saying, but the code is the code.
You ruined the tape.
Sorry, actual work going on.
New day, new problems. We've had to shut down the entire site. Trailer got robbed. $12,000 worth of tools got taken.
I learned my lesson and therefore I protect my men and we don't play around with these things.
I'll help you.
Sounds good. Oh really?
Do you work quicker without the plaid?
Yeah.
These guys are gonna drive me nuts.
Steak for dinner tonight.
Steak tonight. Nice. I'm looking forward to getting at it. Let's do it. You ruined the tape.
Sorry, actual work going on.
Yeah,
Okay,
all right.
see you later, guys.
Go do. Hey, Max.
Yeah.
Your flashlight on, or are you just happy to see me?
Both.
And Eddie from Total Roofing, he did an absolutely knock-up job with his team putting that roof on, and I couldn't be happier. The roof is absolutely perfect, but guess what? When Max was here doing the electrical off camera, he found some knob and tube in the original house. So right now, I'm gonna go inside, talk to Max, and figure out a way we can get rid of that knob and tube before this house burns down. Oh, I didn't see you there, but how are you?
Good, yourself?
Good, what are you working on?
We are going to be upgrading some of the wiring in this house.
Okay.
We've got some knob and tube.
So there's knob and tube in the old section of the house as well, like not just the addition that we're working on.
Exactly, you had some knob and tube tying into the new section. The good thing about this place is a lot of the wiring, like the kitchen where you use the high current appliances, has already been upgraded. So now we'll be upgrading these switches, removing the knob and tube conductors.
Yeah, so you're gonna run a wire from there, down to the basement. That's easy. How are you going to, this is wallpaper, dude.
Yeah, magic.
All right.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. Oh,
this is ceramic. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. It's actually kind of cool, eh? And then the switch itself is in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go upstairs and take a look. This is a great opportunity to take the audience along and show them what knob and tube is all about and why it's so dangerous.
Super.
So this is the other part of the knob and tube up here, right?
Yes, so this is one of the three-way switches.
For the staircase?
Yeah, for the staircase.
Oh, and here.
Because we need some light
Right.
when you're going up or down the stairs. You need to be able to turn them on from upstairs or downstairs.
So there's no box here.
No, so knob and tube. So these are the two conductors that were coming into, that were attached to the light fixture.
Right.
So this is another hazard. The fixture was just secured on the ceiling.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, so we'll be replacing that with a proper box.
Okay.
We'll be removing or disconnecting the existing knob and tube.
Okay. And this is this old style switch, right? Like this is, it's different than today. Let's take it apart.
Sure. The knob and tube, you don't have any ground.
Right.
Okay, so it's just two conductors.
A neutral and a hot.
Yeah, that are individual, so they're not within the same jacket. And then, like you can see here, both wires are separate.
Yeah.
They're not running within that same jacket.
Okay.
And there's no ground. There's no ground in there, so that's another reason why, if you can, you want to upgrade them.
Right. So in this old home, this home was built before there was electricity. We're talking like 1800s.
Right.
So this stuff was wired in after the fact, and all these were chased with finished drywall or whatever, not drywall, but back then, you know.
Knob and tube is, I think, I believe 1900s to 1940s.
Yeah. The house would have been already 100 years old by then.
Right.
Like it's craziness, right? And now we're updating it again. But I mean, it did last. Like if it didn't burn the house down, you know, it did last a long time. So what we're doing, we're not stripping the entire house here.
So we're taking care of the circuit that's in the front hallway because it ties in. That circuit tied into the new addition that we did.
Okay.
So we want to remove that. That way we can eliminate the new. We can eliminate the old wiring that was in there.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, we're going to update the front, just that front section of the house.
Okay.
We'll bring up an additional feed in case down the line they'd like to address just the master bedroom and all that.
Let's take that off. I'm interested to see what that looks like inside.
Sell these on Kijiji.
You can sell them. Do you think they're worth something?
To someone, sure.
Yeah. So that's ceramic, eh? The housing. So now, like, we should have a new switch here, but like now it's metal. This is ceramic, which is kind of really cool.
Yeah.
And it looks like your connectors are exposed, right? Like.
Yeah. Well, the conductors, they're on the front side of the switch, and again, no ground. So if you take a look here, so you've got 3 individual conductors just coming into the box. It seems to be still in fairly good condition, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and replace this. All right, so here we go, Ryan. Let me show you an example of knob and tube. There's no power on this conductor,
Right.
so this could be a line or a neutral conductor. So it goes through a ceramic tube.
So this is the tube? Yeah.
This is your ceramic tube.
Right.
Okay, and then on the other side here, you've got your knob. So the knob was used to secure or crimp the conductor after it's gone through a series of tubes.
Okay.
And then that would go out to a light fixture.
That tube protects it as it goes through the joists.
Bingo. Yep.
So you're gonna remove all this today?
Yes.
Awesome. I noticed my son's car is here.
Yes, Cameron. Yeah.
That's kind of fun to have my son working on the site. So Cameron just recently got his license, right?
He did, yes.
Yeah. So, and now he's working with you.
Yes, he's not following his dad's footsteps. I think it's a step in the right direction.
You think it's a step in the right direction? Oh, you think he went up?
It's a notch above.
Notch above. Yeah. All joking aside, you guys have been really great for Cameron and teaching him through, and taking him through the program, right? Like your whole firm is about that. And we actually spent a day at your firm talking about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we did.
It's kind of cool to have my son here, so I'm excited.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So it's good. This will be a good experience for Cameron just to learn about older wiring and how to remove it and all that.
Okay. Hey, bud. This is where they sent you, huh?
Yeah, down in the dungeon.
That's awesome. What are you up to?
Well, running a new feed and some 314 so the clients can change the light at 2 different locations.
Oh, that's cool. You like this?
My favorite thing ever.
Really? Because you're all, you know what? As a dad, I'm super happy because you're all done school. And that's awesome, but I'm glad you're having a good time. You're going to be here for most of the day, I guess?
All day.
Cool. Listen, you're super young. You just graduated, and now you're working with Max. What's it like to work with Max? Because I only see, one side of it.
Well, it's great. Max is very, very experienced, and electricity is a wide field, so it's good to have somebody with the wisdom that he has.
Wisdom?
Yeah, and the knowledge.
Okay. Yeah. That's awesome. All right, well, have fun. I'll leave you alone. Are you making dinner tonight? Perfect.
Steak for dinner tonight.
Steak tonight. Nice. All right, see you at home. Holy crap, it's tiny down there.
Hey, Max.
Hey, all right. So here's how we're gonna run this three-way, the new three-way switch. We're gonna go up through this wall right here, and then into the new section, and then run it back to the new switch upstairs.
All right, sounds like a great plan.
In that front foyer, it's all Latin plaster. So what we want to do is minimize the amount of holes or damage that we're gonna do there. So in order to do that, we'll run through the basement and then go back on top. But this is the existing wire that's here for the sub panel in the garage. So what we want to do here, instead of drilling out every joist, we're going to run our feeds beside this line here, but we need mechanical protection. So once we're done putting up our wires, we'll grab some 2x4s, and I want you to put them to install them right beside our wire in order to provide mechanical protection to the new wires that we're putting in.
That's great, Max, but what happens when you forget to put mechanical protection?
Because the ceiling's low here, you're putting yourself at risk if you hit the wire and then it goes through the insulation. You could create a huge spark and then even trip the main breaker that's feeding this panel here. So we want to protect this. So by putting in a 2x4, it creates a barrier. It's code as well, so we have to set that in.
Great.
got our 2 wires coming up here. We've got to get all the way to close to the 3-way for this staircase. So I need you to drill a hole here, come across here. We'll put some protection plates here. Drill this, all the studs, and then need you to drill some more holes here without hitting the existing wires that we ran.
Yep.
All right. And then here you can come down and just bring everything out to this stud to bring in that 314 into the box behind here to do the 3-way in the staircase.
Okay.
Sounds good?
Yeah.
Let's get to it.
Now all our holes are drilled, so we're gonna wire and pull them through. I'm just gonna try and place these wires smoothly so whenever I start pulling, they don't give me any problems.
There's no electrical box there. So here we've already got a piece of backing in place. So we'll put in one of these slim boxes in order to support the fixture. I will pull this back up a bit more.
Okay.
And then we're gonna run the additional feed for this. Then we'll run the jumper. We've gotta get a wire from here down to that box. But the thing is, behind this beautiful wallpaper, see it flex? It's all Latin plaster. You can see if you take a peek in here. If we start messing around, like cutting into this wall, it's all gonna fall apart behind. So we're trying to limit how invasive we're gonna be. So that's why this wire ran it back all the way to the back of the house, upstairs, to prevent making any additional holes. Here, I think I might get lucky and be able to fish this wire down here without making too much damage. Plus, if we make a bunch of holes, Dustin will just have to fix it when he comes back from hunting.
Now we're gonna go down to the van and get some protection plates, because if you see right here, we need at least 1.25 inches for inside the stud to protect the wires from getting hit by drywall screws when they put the drywall on. And if we don't put them, then we risk having to come back, which is not something that we want to do. So let's go to the van. These are the plates here. We're gonna put these on the stud right here, and it's gonna protect any screws from the drywall going into our wire. So normally we would drill right in the middle of the stud, but in this case I had to drill on an angle so we could fish the wire here to the switch. So we're gonna need to add a protection plate because we don't have at least 1.25 inches there protecting our wire. So as per new code, we can only staple 2 wires here on the side of the stud, or we have to add in these plastic clips. So these are the plastic clips I was talking about. These are new as per code to keep wires from getting hit by drywall screws. As you can see, we can just stack each wire like this.
I fished the wire to the 3 gang. We've got to fish another one. We've got to fish a feed.
Do I go downstairs and start stapling them?
Yes.
Okay.
Take the gun.
Fully charged.
Oh, I got lucky. Have lunch. I think coffee's on Branton Construction or Contractor Ryan. There's no top plate on this wall. So I'm trying to see if I can bring this fish tape up to that small opening right there. And that way there won't be any drywall repair. They only need to put back the wood trim that was removed in order to fish the wire.
So Max is gonna pull up on the slack of that wire there, and I'm gonna bring this one over to the panel. All right, Max, you're good to pull.
Okay, pulling. Okay.
Good.
So here what's gonna happen is Cameron's gonna push up the fish wire. I'll grab it and then we'll pull up a new feed that's gonna be feeding this box to replace the existing knob and tube feed. Okay, so knob and tube was used between the 1900s and the 1940s. It's an ungrounded system, meaning you've only got a line wire and a neutral wire, but nothing to ground the system. So if you have a fault, the boxes aren't grounded, so there's more chances of you getting a shock. It's just what they had at the time.
A knob and tube is basically
You see it, Max?
two conductors, two wires,
And they run through a series of ceramic tubes in between the joists.
and then
He's explaining something, I'm yelling at him.
This insulation is old, so you don't know in between the walls if everything is still intact, if it's been chewed on by a rodent. You want to get rid of it when you can. Cam, you want to push up that feed?
1 second, I gotta tie it.
Okay, tie it. Is it tied?
No, no,
Now?
no,
Now? Okay, I'm pulling.
wait.
Okay, I'll wait. Cameron is awesome. He's really eager to learn. Always on time. I think he's a natural in front of the camera.
Go ahead.
Hold on. Okay, I got it. There we go. Yeah, great taping job. Not really necessary for this pull. Show you a little trick. Super tape job, right? It's never gonna come apart. It's fine, but we're only going 4 feet here. So next time, a little trick. Grab that, poke it in here, and then it doesn't bubble up as much. So I'll just make a V here, like this, and then I'll grab it a bit more this way. That's it. Okay. It's still solid enough for you to push it through, me to pull gently on it, and then it's not gonna come apart. This for a long run, yes. For a short run, do this, we'll save some time.
Amazing. Thanks for the tricks, Max.
No worries. Okay, staple that. Then I'm gonna cut a little piece here. We're gonna run a wire here, hopefully. Then it's lunchtime. Well, hello there, Contractor Ryan. We are wondering at what time you are going to be arriving with the Timmy's run.
Yeah, text it to me, I'll bring it.
All right, let's make some holes. Let's see what we get. Dustin will fix it. Bingo bango. Not gonna work. Oh, I hope so. A bit more, Dustin, sorry. So what we're doing here is Cameron's gonna go in the attic and we're gonna run a 214 wire from this location to the ceiling box, which will enable this light to be controlled from the top of the stairs and the bottom of the stairs. Okay, I'm pushing it through.
I see it.
Got lucky. Pull, pull, pull. Just pass me the rod. And then you can pull the excess wiring on the other future feed. Thanks. Okay, so this one,
Hold on, which one?
that one,
Yeah?
pull that one up all the way through.
Is this the feed?
Yeah. Push it through. Yeah, got it. Okay, good. Yeah, see how brittle it is? Like that's the original insulation. It's just falling apart. So this used to carry current. Now it's gonna be dead. We'll cancel that. Okay, Cameron, you're all good?
All set.
Super. Okay. Bye now.
Hey, the ladder!
I got you.
I got it.
You need, hold on. There you go. No, hold on.
Here's the thing, and the honest truth about having your son or having my son in the trades. You know, when he first approached me and said he wanted to be an electrician, I think I was kind of reacted the way that every dad would react. You know, I have a business here, and I didn't know if he wanted to just do something so that he could have an easy job working for his dad or what have you, but I was worried about it. But to see him now, the way he is, the way that he works with Max, he really has a true understanding of everything that's happening, and he's super eager to learn because I'll give it to him, he is book smart. I mean, he went through the apprenticeship program extremely quick, and he really did a great job. He has his license now, and that's cool, but renovating a home built in the 1800s, they don't teach you that stuff in school. And running wires and figuring out the way to fish a wire, it's complicated, but to have someone like Max teach him, that is amazing to me, and I couldn't be prouder of him. So what's next for him? I don't know. Is he gonna be on the show more? I hope so. Is he gonna be working on my renovations? Well, that's up between him and Max, but I have a funny feeling Cameron's not going anywhere. And one day, who knows, maybe Cameron will open up his own electric company, or maybe he'll take over my renovation company, but whatever the case, I'm his #1 fan.